Hi, this is Water and Air 1111. Thank you for watching another reading of mine. Thanks for everyone who's been liking, commenting, and subscribing to my channel and to my videos. And to everyone who's been getting personal readings. If you're interested in a personal reading, please go to my website in the description below for all of that information. And just a reminder, I'm no longer doing personal readings on InstantGo, but everything is on my website. You can also email me if you have a question about a specific reading. So I hope you all had a good week. There were definitely some days earlier this week, like Tuesday, Wednesday, where I was feeling like I think some like hard aspects or something in my interactions with other people. But yeah, I hope everything has been good for everyone. This is going to be a mindset, kind of a mind reading to see what's going on with the twin flames. It's interesting. I literally tried to film this this video right before this, but it wasn't working for whatever reason. And the song that came on like after the failed video happened was this song by Lucas Graham, "Love Someone." And so I don't know if this is something like a message from the divine masculine or something. It's just like it's very interesting. It's definitely talking about like not consistent, but like everlasting love and opening up your heart and like that sort of thing. So I don't know. Let's see what's on the mindset of these divine masculine and what's going on. So I'm going to use the Tarot of Dreams deck to start out and see what's going on. I feel like this song was definitely a message from the divine masculine. Things they're thinking about. I feel like they've been very reflective, very sentimental. I don't know if it's because we're officially in February now or what, but some sentimental aspects for sure going on for the divine masculine. So let's go over the mindset of the divine masculine. First card, Eight of Wands. In the bottom of the deck, Knight of Swords. Definitely wanting to come forward and speak to the divine feminine. And so when I tried to record this earlier, right when I had started that reading, like my jaw started hurting. Kind of like, you know, when you clench your jaw because you're not speaking, and you need to just kind of get whatever words out, but instead you're holding back. So with this Eight of Wands coming out now, I feel like that's kind of a confirmation of what I was like feeling when I was trying to do the reading earlier. And yeah, also getting the Queen of Cups with the bottom of the deck as the Three of Cups. And in this deck, like the Three of Cups is very like fun and playful, but you can see there are also masks there, so it could be like a masquerade, but also a little bit of deception. I feel like this Three of Cups is definitely about, you know, almost like hiding behind the fun times, hiding behind the happiness almost. With the Three of Cups. So with the Queen of Cups coming out here, I feel like the divine masculine are feeling and thinking about coming forth, speaking their mind, and, you know, following their heart more than maybe they have been. And it's interesting because even here, like the Queen of Cups has not a sort of mask slash headdress on, but here it's because she's owning her feelings. She's not hiding behind her feelings. She's not hiding, you know, her eyes or anything like that. She's owning them. She's holding that cup and offering it. So let's clarify these and see what's going on for the divine masculine. So what is this Eight of Wands about for the divine masculine's mindset right now? What is this Eight of Wands about for the Divine Masculine mindset. Okay, so the card that we have is the Ten of Wands. So Divine Masculine have been thinking about contacting, but have been feeling burdened. And if you can see, like in this deck, he's pushing the wands up, but it's almost like he's hiding his face behind the wands. He's hiding his face behind the burdens. I feel like this is some Divine Masculine have been been dealing with other burdens and stuff, and it's been almost, yeah, it's like they've been able to deal and they're wanting to deal with some of the burdens, some of the things that aren't working in their life. But at the same time, it's also also worked to allow them to kind of shield themselves from their divine feminine. So it's like not that they want to be away from the divine feminine, but it's also like, oh, well, I have all this work to do. I need to do it somewhere else. So that's why I can't communicate type of thing. So it's almost like a sort of excuse, even though it's something they definitely need to be, they're putting attention to things they definitely need to be working on. And yeah, bottom of the deck is the Empress card. So it's like, I can't really come forward, and you can see the Page of Wands speaking out. I can't really come forward and start this new beginning because I do have all these other burdens. But this is something that they're definitely wanting to come forward and communicate what they're wanting and what they're desiring to start moving things forward between them and the Divine Feminine again. So let's get a card for this Ten of Wands. What is this Ten of Wands about? What is this Ten of Wands the Divine Masculine is dealing with that's impacting their ability to really come forward like they're wanting to do, like they're thinking about towards the Divine Feminine? Okay, Six of Wands. So they're trying to, like I said, overcome whatever burdens that they're dealing with. It could be burdens with public perceptions. They may be having an ego death, honestly, or their ego is being brought down right now. Bottom of the deck is the Star reverse. So it's like all that glitters isn't gold, and they're not feeling super happy right now with these other things they're having to deal with. But it's a little bit of their, I feel like some ego stuff is for sure going on right now. Some like their pride is being knocked down. They're being humbled a bit. Because here you have the Six of Wands and it's like everyone's celebrating you. But then here with the Ten of Wands, it's like the same things people were celebrating and praising you for. Now it's just like a burden to have to keep holding those sticks up. So it's like some pride and ego stuff going on right now. And yeah, I feel like that's some ego pride stuff happening. Yeah, and I also have the Hangman reverse, so they know what's not working. Like I said, they know what's not working. They know they need to deal with it with the Ten of Wands here. And as they are dealing with it, I feel like they are making moves slowly and steadily, fixing that situation that they're in. But bottom of the deck is the Nine of Wands. So even though they are making progress in dealing with the burdens that they need to deal with, they're not, it's just slow and steady. Piece by piece, they're kind of getting whatever their burdens are, whatever their kind of cycles in that are no longer serving them, getting that in order. But because it may feel overwhelming to them, even with the Ten of Wands, especially with the Six of Wands as well, with their kind of pride and ego being involved, it's allowing them to like almost take an extended time to like get it right before some of them come out to their divine feminine to be like, here, this is what's going on. So their divine masculine may not be sharing the struggles that they're going through with their divine feminine if they are in communication, or if they're not in communication, they're just saying like, I need to deal with this other stuff first before I can approach for communication. It's interesting because now like there was this Post Malone song on, Better Now, and yeah, I feel like just the music, I will keep mentioning the songs during this reading, just because there was a line where he was saying, I'm going to see if I can find it really quickly. He was like, I swear to you, I'll be okay. You're only the love of my life. So again, I feel like Divine Masculine are feeling a bit like, okay, I've got all these burdens, this ego stuff I need to deal with. And yeah, you know, you're the love of my life. You're someone very special and like unique to me. But it's like having to deal with all this stuff because of the pride is there. Not even taking into account, you know, whatever other personal, you know, feelings of letting you down that may have gone through. So what else can we know about this Eight of Wands for the Divine Masculine's mindset towards the Divine Feminine? Yeah, Nine of Swords and the Page of Wands in reverse. So they're definitely thinking about this. They're up at night thinking like, oh my gosh, I need to contact them, or I want to contact my Divine Feminine. But it's like I'm not doing it. I feel like I can't come to them at all. I feel like I'm not ready. I have all these burdens that I'm going through. Queen of Pentacles is the bottom of the deck. They're feeling like I have to take care of certain stuff within my own life first before I can come to my Divine Feminine, like I mentioned before. And I feel like with this Queen of Pentacles too, they're feeling like they need to do things the kind of right way. They need to treat this with a lot of care and affection. And I'll get one more card from the... I'll get a card real quick from the Tarot of Sexual Magic, and then we'll move on to the next card. So what else is this Eight of Wands about? Yep, Five of Wands, and in this version of the Five of Wands, you see the man looking out into the grass to see the couple there. I feel like this is a Divine Masculine wanting to communicate because they're like, oh my gosh, my Divine Feminine is with someone else. Or even if the Divine Feminine isn't with someone else, they're imagining opening the curtains and being like, oh my gosh, there's my Divine Feminine. Some of them are like, I feel like some of them are imagining like running into their Divine Feminine and seeing the Divine Feminine with someone else, like with a partner. And that's like a fear. Because even this guy, like, who's looking out onto the couple that's on the grass, like, he's holding a wand that's on fire. So I feel like this is something that the Divine Masculine is afraid of, like, illuminating, afraid of seeing. And it makes them very stressed out, which may also be why this Nine of Swords is here. Like, they're thinking about, oh my gosh, what if I were to see them? Or what if they're just out dating and I don't know about it? Some Divine Masculine are definitely looking at social media, looking to be like, who's with my Divine Feminine? We have this Two of Wands. So it's like Divine Masculine wanting to be with the Two of Wands, wanting to have the Two of Wands with their Divine Feminine, but being like, oh my gosh, is there competition? Am I going to wake up one day and see my Divine Feminine with a different person, with someone that's not me, in an actual relationship, as like confirmation that they've moved on, that type of thing. Okay, so that's what we have for what's going on with the Eight of Wands. So let's move on to the second card, which was the Queen of Cups. So again, with this being the mindset of the Divine Masculine, I feel like they're starting to think about their feelings. They're thinking about their feelings. They're being sentimental. They're thinking about their past actions. They're thinking of like how they truly feel about the situation with their divine feminine, owning. It's like it's kind of like something that's mentioned a lot, I feel like, in the twin flame community, is about how the divine masculine are much more logical and are more comfortable in the like 3D and things making rational logical sense, and the divine feminine are more open or acceptable with the 5D and the listening to your intuition, listening to their feelings, and letting it guide them. And I feel like this is kind of the merging of the two, with the Queen of Cups coming up in the mindset of the divine masculine. It's like finally the divine masculine's mindset is actually accepting and understanding and coming to terms with these Queen of Cups strong feminine energy feelings. It's like, okay, I accept in my mind, and it makes sense in my mind now that this is how I feel, and this is the new law of the land. Like, I have to accept this because this is what's true. Maybe I always haven't felt like maybe I always haven't been honest with myself about that I feel this way, or maybe I always haven't been accepting and true with myself or with others, how I express myself, how I feel about what I want, especially regarding my divine feminine. But I feel like, again, remember the Three of Cups was the bottom of the deck for that the masks are coming off with it. It's like it's no longer a thing. And even like underneath the Three of Cups is the Moon reverse. So it's like these feelings are out in the open. And so having this deception, this self-deception, or misrepresentation of how you feel and how you're acting, that's not a thing. It's like acceptable, and it's the true like integration, I feel like, of the mind and the heart together, where the mind isn't fighting the battle to be like, hey, this doesn't make sense. It's like, no, the mind is saying, I have space for you here. I have space for my heart and my heart's feelings and intuition within my mind, and I can accept that, which is, of course, a great thing to see, and something that, is a process that, it takes time to get to that point. It takes time to get to the point where you really accept your feelings, where you accept that things that you're experiencing are no longer a coincidence, that they mean something, and that it's not to be discounted. You can trust it. So let's see what this Queen of Cups is about for the mindset of the divine masculine. Okay, so we have the Chariot card and the Knight of Cups. So again, because the divine masculine and their mindset is accepting the role that their heart and their intuition plays, and how their own feelings towards their divine feminine is true, and they're just like owning that in their mind, in their logical mind. With the Knight of Cups and the Chariot, it's like, yes, in my mind, this makes sense. And in my mind, I know how I feel, and I accept how I feel, and I want to come as this Knight of Cups and as this Chariot card coming towards my divine feminine to express myself and come to my divine feminine in a way where I truly not only express myself to them, but I accept my own feelings and can own my own feelings with this Chariot card. It's like we're not just running forward almost like Knight of Wands style or Knight of Swords style, where we're just kind of running forward and spewing words, or just being led by kind of our carnal passion and desire. It's like we're going forward with emotional stability, and that's what I love seeing here, all related to the mindset of the divine masculine. It's like, yes, we're thinking about action and movement, we're thinking about the logical things, but we're also thinking about our feelings, and we're accepting our feelings, and we're owning our feelings, and saying, within my mind, I can feel and take heart and appreciate how I feel, even if I've tried to resist it for a while, or I just haven't understood it for a while. I'm at a different point now where I can see, like, okay, this is how I feel. I want to move forward. I want to express myself. And not only do I want to move forward, I want to be the strongest version of myself moving forward. Strong from an emotional place, because now that I'm starting to do that emotional work and I'm having that emotional acceptance within myself, I'm able to do that. So let's get, I don't know if I showed you the bottom of the deck. That was the Four of Cups. So again, Divine Masculine had been in this Four of Cups energy where they weren't getting what they wanted. And now it's like, now I understand why I felt dissatisfied with other people, or why my mind has come back to a certain person. It's because this is my true feelings. This is where I truly am at. And just FYI, the song that is on right now is going like, I Wish I Could Let You Love Me. Looks like it's by Rita Ora. And she said, like, and every time it gets too real and every time I feel like sabotaging, I start running again. Every time I push away, I really want to say that I'm sorry, but I say nothing. I want to stay the whole night. I want to lay with you till the sun's up. I want to let you inside. Oh, heaven knows I've tried. I wish I could let you love me. I feel like that's completely where the Divine Masculine has been, where it's like they've wanted to express themselves, to say how they feel, to say that they love you, but it's like this self-sabotaging thing that I mentioned with the Three of Cups has been what's going on. So now that they're accepting this and they know how they feel, they're like wanting to come towards you and basically make this offer to their Divine Feminine. So let's see what this. Okay, I was thinking, let's get a clarifier for this Chariot card. And the two cards that popped right out is the Five of Swords and the Four of Swords. So again, Divine Masculine are wanting to go forward being emotionally balanced, knowing how they feel. They know that they've left the Divine Feminine in this kind of stalemate with the Four of Swords, and in this kind of state of confusion with the Five of Swords. So it's like wanting to move on from that, wanting to move out of the stuckness, wanting to move out of the unsureness of these two cards, and just go forward and express themselves and explain this situation and explain where they are at right now. And yeah, bottom of the deck is the Three of Swords. So they know that there's been pain, there's been separation with their Divine Feminine because of the lack of communication. Remember, we got the Eight of Wands of what they're thinking about, and because of the way things were left. So what about this Knight of Cups? And I'm just going to scooch these up. What is this Knight of Cups about? Okay, so clarifying the Knight of Cups, I got the Sun card. So they're definitely wanting to come forward and go to their Divine Feminine, express themselves, and shine light, shine awareness on how they actually feel. And I feel like Divine Masculines also with the Sun card, even though it's positive, I also feel like the Divine Masculine are aware and acknowledge that, you know, maybe things aren't going to be perfect in their reapproach to the Divine Feminine, but they're still wanting to, like, something is still making them be drawn towards their Divine Feminine to get there. And I feel like that's again with the Queen of Cups. It's because they're accepting within their logic that they feel strongly about this person, about their Divine Feminine. Even if it's been 5 years, even if they haven't talked in 2 years or whatever, even if they're in a different country, if they, you know, none of that stuff matters. And bottom of the deck again is the Queen of Cups. So they know that their happiness and that they need to shine that awareness and kind of light on their Divine Feminine by coming with all of this Cups energy. Because they haven't been coming as this Cups energy at all. If you look at, you know, the table, we have a ton of fire energy and then Cups energy. So it's like Again, the kind of duality of I'm masculine, I'm in the 3D, I'm about taking action, which is that fire energy, versus I'm intuitive, I'm trusting my feelings, and I'm, sensitive to how I feel and how I treat others from that area with the Cups energy. So let's see, is there anything else about what this Queen of Cups is about for the mindset of the Divine Masculine? So I have the Three of Cups and the King of Cups. So again, tons of Cups energy. So with the King of Cups coming out on top of the Queen of Cups, again, they're owning that feminine energy, the intuitive energy, intuitive side of them is super strong right now, and it's becoming integrated into the mindset, because now they're also coming through as the King of Cups, which is able to be the leader, to be the provider, to be the kind of partner, the father, by owning their emotions again. This is like the sensitive but strong leader to me, because they own their emotions, they're aware of that, they don't discount it, but they can still make the tough decisions they need to make, which I feel like, again, this is what's going on there. And then also with the Three of Cups, it's like, I feel like this is inner integration again, where their mindset, their mind, their being is really balancing and finding the upside of appreciating their own feminine energy. So it's not feeling like, oh my gosh, am I being sensitive about this? Am I being weak about this? It's like, no, you're appreciating both sides. I feel like also some of them may be having certain intuitive feelings about their friends. Something with that. So I'll get a card for that. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Cups reversed. So it's like they know this is like all inner renewal to me on this side. So what is this Three of Cups about? What is this Three of Cups about? Okay, so we have the Nine of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and the bottom of the deck as the Page of Cups. So I feel like for this Three of Cups, it's definitely, they're starting to really accept and, like I said, integrate that feminine energy, and it's bringing them closer to their own wish, to their own sense of satisfaction. And I feel like with the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Cups coming up, their intuition kind of gaining control, or gaining more control in their life, and showing them that they need to move forward, is showing them and giving them insight into how they can make their dreams come true. Because many of them are dreaming and wishing to have this family, to have this Ten of Cups with their Divine Feminine, of coming to their Divine Feminine and like having this Ten of Cups outcome. So I also feel like dreams for the Divine Masculine this past week may have been, really strong. And yeah, now I have Love on the Brain by Rihanna on. I feel like this is something that they've been thinking about, wishing about. And I feel like for some Divine Masculine, maybe they haven't always outright been like, I want to be in any type of relationship, or I want to have a family, or I want to be with my Divine Feminine, but I feel like that's something that's really on their mind. So let's get a card from the Tarot Sexual Magic deck, and then I will end out this reading. So anything else on what this Queen of Cups is about for the mindset of the Divine Masculine? Okay, and we have the Four of Wands. And you can see here that they are having fun on this, what is this? Some type of swing right here. So they're definitely having lots of passion, thinking about being with their Divine Feminine, thinking about union with their Divine Feminine. And again, I feel like family is definitely something coming up. And I feel like some of them may just be also, if there's been like, if the Divine Masculine and for whatever your situation is, have had, you know, sex together, then I feel like that's kind of on the mind of the Divine Masculine about pastimes, as well as wanting to have that again with their Divine Divine Feminine. And bottom of the deck for that was the Seven of Wands. So you can see the guy and the woman here, and he's kind of looking off. I feel like he's definitely thinking about the past. There's even like a little lizard salamander here. So that's what I have for like the mindset of the Divine Masculine. I hope this was helpful. I'm glad I got this video out and recorded. And I hope the song references weren't too distracting. I get a lot of messages through music and through other ways, but through music for sure. So I thought I would just include those as I was hearing them. Yeah, so if you're interested in a reading, my website's in the description below, and I will see you in my next video. Hope you have a great weekend.